Afghanistan, a landlocked country nestled in the heart of Asia, has long been known as the graveyard of empires. This phrase is not just a poetic expression, it reflects a harsh reality that many of history's greatest empires have faced. Despite their immense power, advanced technologies, and vast resources, these empires struggled to conquer and maintain control over Afghanistan. The following is a closer look at 7 major powers that failed in their attempts to dominate this rugged and fiercely independent land. 1. The Persian Empire, period of attempt, 6th century BCE. Outcome, partial and temporary control. The Achaemenid Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great, was one of the first major powers to attempt to control Afghanistan. The region was incorporated into the Persian Empire under Darius I, who managed to extend Persian rule into what is now Afghanistan. However, the Persians faced constant challenges in maintaining control over the region. The rugged terrain and the fierce independence of the local tribes made it difficult for the Persian Empire to exert lasting influence. While they held sway for a time, Persian control was never absolute and was often contested. 2. Alexander the Great, period of attempt, 330 BCE. Outcome, conquest with fierce resistance. Alexander the Great, one of history's most famous military leaders, embarked on a campaign to conquer the Persian Empire, which brought him to Afghanistan. In 330 BCE, Alexander's forces entered the region, but they encountered significant resistance from local tribes. The campaign to subdue Afghanistan was one of Alexander's most challenging endeavors. Though he eventually established control, it came at a high cost, and the region remained volatile. After Alexander's death, his empire quickly fragmented, and Afghanistan slipped from Macedonian control. 3. The Maurya Empire, period of attempt 4th century BCE. Outcome, temporary control. Following Alexander's death, the Maurya Empire, led by Chandragupta Maurya, extended its reach into parts of Afghanistan. The Mauryas established control over the region as part of their vast Indian empire. However, like their predecessors, they faced significant resistance from the local population. The Maurya Empire struggled to maintain a lasting presence in Afghanistan, and after a few decades, the region once again became a frontier of empires rather than a secure province. 4. The Mongol Empire, period of attempt, the 13th century CE. Outcome, conquest with sustained resistance. The Mongol Empire, under the leadership of Genghis Khan, was known for its ruthless military campaigns and vast conquests. In the 13th century, the Mongols invaded Afghanistan, and true to their reputation, they managed to subdue the region with brutal efficiency. However, even the Mongols, who were adept at controlling vast territories, faced ongoing resistance from the Afghan people. The region remained difficult to govern, and local rebellions persisted despite the Mongols' fearsome reputation. 5. The British Empire, at the height of its power, sought to expand its influence in Central Asia during the 19th century. This led to a series of conflicts known as the Anglo-Afghan Wars. The First Anglo-Afghan War, from 1839 to 1842, ended in disaster for the British, with nearly the entire British Indian force being annihilated during their retreat from Kabul. Despite subsequent attempts to establish control during the Second and Third Anglo-Afghan Wars, the British were never able to fully subjugate Afghanistan. They eventually settled for a buffer state, influencing Afghan foreign policy, but leaving domestic affairs largely in the hands of local rulers. 6. The Soviet Union. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in an attempt to prop up a communist government facing an insurgency. What was expected to be a short and decisive intervention turned into a 10-year quagmire. The Soviet forces faced a determined and well-armed Afghan resistance, supported by various international actors, including the United States. The rugged terrain, coupled with effective guerrilla tactics employed by the Mujahideen, made the war incredibly costly for the Soviets. By 1989, the Soviet Union withdrew its forces, having failed to establish a stable communist regime. The war contributed to the weakening of the Soviet Union and its eventual collapse. 7. The United States and NATO. In the wake of the September 11, 2001 attacks, the United States, supported by NATO allies, launched an invasion of Afghanistan to topple the Taliban regime and eliminate al-Qaeda. While the initial invasion succeeded in ousting the Taliban from power, the US and NATO forces soon found themselves embroiled in a prolonged insurgency. The conflict, which lasted 2 decades, saw immense human and financial costs. Despite efforts to build a stable Afghan government and military, the Taliban regained control of the country following the withdrawal of US and NATO forces in 2021, marking yet another failure of a powerful nation to conquer and control Afghanistan. Afghanistan's moniker as the graveyard of empires is well-earned. From ancient times to the modern era, the region has resisted the control of some of the most powerful empires in history. The combination of its formidable geography, complex tribal society, and fierce tradition of independence has made Afghanistan a place where foreign invaders find their ambitions dashed. Each of these 7 empires left a lasting impact on the region, but none could claim a lasting victory. Afghanistan's history serves as a powerful reminder of the limits of military power and the enduring strength of local resistance. If you like this video, please subscribe for more.